Hey everyone, this is Battery Blade, and today I'm reviewing the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive LFP battery right before Tesla refreshes it. So I'll let you know if you should buy it right now while it's still a bargain before they raise prices, or if you should wait and get the new model. And I'll also talk about how much we've saved in fuel costs from this model, because the Tesla app is really cool that it shows you exactly how much gas savings you have saved and if this car is worth it. We've had this car for 4 months and 10,000 miles, and we've saved a grand total of $1,000 in gas savings. Now, some of that savings comes from the fact that we charged on the free Tesla Supercharger network, because for the first 3 months, we had it free, but we were mostly charging on home, as you can see on screen in the app. It shows it all breakdown in costs. And this Tesla Supercharger network has been extremely convenient for us. We have one, it's a half hour from our house, so we're not charging there every day, but we've taken a lot of road trips and stuff in this car. It's really nice that you get a free 3 months, so it's basically all summer. You go anywhere you want for free, and that autopilot was really nice. And the charging time, this car is the slowest charging Tesla. It only charges at 185 kilowatts at a time at a Tesla Supercharger instead of the 250. So even on a V3, you're charging slightly slower than some other Teslas. But because it has such a small battery pack, this thing is a road tripping beast, and I don't really feel a difference between a long range Tesla and a standard range, because this is just amazing on road trips, and I don't think you really need the long range, especially because this is so efficient with only one rear motor that you just we are under 300 watt hours per mile driving this car. Really, this is the Tesla Model 3 front trunk. So this is the smallest front trunk that all the Teslas can get. But here's something I noticed, is you can see when we're parked outside, we get leaves into our front trunk. So even though it's watertight, supposedly, we still get leaves in here, which is kind of strange if you ask me. But a front trunk is a good place to put stuff like charging adapters, like this CCS unit letting us charge on CCS chargers, non-superchargers. But I'm going to talk about how much I love the Tesla Supercharger network. So this car's had plenty of storage space, and it even has this sub trunk. So we don't really use it to its full potential. Even on road trips, we've stuffed it full, and it's had plenty of room. But something that we noticed is this trunk roof really doesn't look very finished, and I think this piece right here, it just kept peeling off, or not peeling off, but the clips would come undone and it would kind of hang down, so we kept having to hammer that in there. So definitely a little bit of quality issues. But on panel gaps, here, I'll close this. On panel gaps, I don't see too many. They look very reasonable to me, and I'm not really gonna complain about that. It was kind of funny. That's what I was doing when we first got it, was going around measuring the panel gaps, and I looked kind of silly because this car is pretty well built except for the trunk area. And it was funny, we were worried about wind noise because this camera area right here, there's a sticker on there, so that was peeling off and we could hear it flapping in the wind. And I was pretty confused about that, but eventually I found the sticker, peeled it off, no more wind noise. Now this interior isn't for everyone. It is very, very stylish. You can see the screen, very nice. And this is an aftermarket screen we got right there. You can't really see it, but we have the speedometer there too. I'm not really a fan of it. I don't think I need it, but the heated seats are the nicest I've ever felt. They're much hotter than our Kia EV6, and of course you can turn them down. The Spotify that's built in works very nice, and it's got all sorts of features like this arcade, which I really like. I even like playing chess and stuff. They have that. Or Toy Box has all sorts of stuff you can do. I really appreciate the boombox feature. It's kind of cool to play songs outside your car. But yeah, this is YouTube in a car. Did you think you could ever watch YouTube in a car on the infotainment screen. It's really nice. You can watch any of my videos. And it's really nice watching stuff in this car because of the amazing speakers in here. It's very, very immersive. Now, the dashboard does not have any LEDs on it like this new model will, and it does not have cooled seats. But honestly, I don't really ever use the cooled seats in the Kia EV6, so I don't mind that, and I don't mind not having LEDs on the dashboard. Now, something else on the new model that this model doesn't have is a new screen, is that this screen has slightly larger bezels, which I don't really care, it's fine. And it upgraded screen on the new model will have a higher refresh rate, but this has a plenty fast refresh rate for me. It's very, very fast. I do not notice any lag. Even if you go down here to the map, the new model doesn't really have any upgraded processors. It's just the screen, and I heard it has some slight downgrade in RAM or something like that. So this new model really, for technology wise, is pretty much the same unless you want cooled seats and cool LED lights on the dashboard and the headlights. So if you want the best bargain on the market, get this model right now. But this heated steering wheel works really well, but with this cover, I can't really feel it. So don't get a don't get a steering wheel cover. Now, one of the biggest issues I've faced with a Samsung phone is that I don't get any of my messages from the message app in the Tesla, and that was really annoying. But the fix to that is you just have to delete your Samsung Mail app and just keep your Gmail Mail app. The Samsung Mail app, for whatever reason, messes with the Tesla and you don't get any messages. It was really annoying to figure out. You had to search through the depths of Reddit to fix that issue. Now, even with the issue fixed, in order to read it out, when it reads out the message, it includes like the time, location. It's like a bunch of words that is annoying that you don't want to read it out loud because it just reads so many different numbers and the person's phone number out loud in an annoying Siri voice. Karaoke is also one of my favorite features because it's very fun to do with friends and family. Everyone likes karaoke, but it's actually called karaoke. And I'm going to show you all the Tesla superchargers in my area. You see, there's not too many close to home, but there's plenty in cities, and we've never had a problem finding chargers on the way to our destinations. Like, I even went to Minnesota, so we went up and underneath, but still had plenty. Wonder if we should have tried going through the Upper Peninsula. Really stretch your range, I'm not sure. That's one of the most remote places in Michigan, and you can still see some chargers there. And that's just the kind of cool thing is you can see the superchargers in red are all the chargers that the car thinks we can make it to in range. So you sort of get a nice little range bubble, which I think is kind of a cool feature. And superchargers have been so much easier to plug into, so that's why I wouldn't recommend getting something like an EV6, because those, even if the chargers are working, it takes at least 2 minutes of your time trying to get the station to work. Where the superchargers, you just plug it in and it starts charging. Is if you get the rear wheel drive model, you have the plastic pedals. You do not have any of the aluminum. You also have these amazing phone chargers. They fast wirelessly charge. You have this console storage, which is packed to the brim with our charging cables, not for the car, but for phone. Even a center console. You've got fast USBs. And then you have these two USB cable or two USB-C ports right there. Now they're each 30 watts. In the new Tesla model, I believe that it's one USB-C port, but instead of having two 30 watts, they're both, or it's one 65 watt unit. So you can fast charge a laptop, because right now we just use a 12 volt port right there to charge a laptop. But nice, they're adding one fast USB, but they're getting, or USB-C port, but they're getting rid of one. And these seats are the most comfortable seats I've ever sat, because they're just very, very soft. Here is the backseat test. If you frequently have passengers who are adults, you might want to consider a Model Y. Let me show you why. Now, I'm 6 foot, and even though I can fit back here, not really the most comfortable position. Granted, I have the seat pretty far back, but that's because I'm a tall person. So if you're a tall person in the front and you have a tall person in the back, there's not going to be that much room. But a short person in the front plus a tall person in the back is fine. Short person in the back plus a tall person in the front, you're fine. But if there's 2 tall people, that's when you run into problems with the Model 3, and you should consider a Model Y, because I've sat in those and they are so much more room, and the seats are taller so you can actually put your shoes underneath the seats, compared to these ones are on the ground, so no shoes underneath the seats. That is the back seat test. I'd still give it a pass. Look at these prices. The prices are all reasonable in Michigan. Unlike the CCS network, they have higher charging prices because they have lower economies of scale. They don't have as much R&D into making the sites cheaper. They don't install as many sites. So you'd imagine that they have to raise the price of their electricity more than Tesla. Just like their vehicle price is higher than Tesla because they don't make enough. I really like this bar down here because you can customize which apps are on it. It's like a iPhone, so I can put all my heated seats down there, steering wheel down there, and even wipers like that and stuff. And since apparently the wipers are on the stock over here, you have to press that button in order to do it. But and then it brings up a menu down there, the wiper menu. But right now they're on auto, which is the annoying thing for autopilot. You have to keep them on auto. Something that not very many people know of is that this is the button you use to get out, but there is a physical latch. So even if your battery dies, you can still open the door. But the reason that they want you to use the button is because it puts the window trim down, and since it's frameless doors. Now I can show you what the screen does. If you open the latch using the physical latch, like if the battery died, the screen says manual door release used may cause damage to window trim. So yeah, definitely nice that you can escape from the car even if the battery's dead. And the one pedal driving is one of my favorite features, that your car will stop and you almost never need to use the brake pedal. Now, I should probably turn on this setting, is that it applies brakes when regenerative braking is limited, such as really cold days or when your battery's full at the top of a hill. But like if your house is at the top of the hill and you charge to 100% every day because it's lithium iron phosphate. But you can even turn on creep mode, which is like having an idling engine, but I would never do that. And you can see all sorts of stuff in the software here, and you even get some additional information. You can see our odometer, almost 11,000 miles. Wow. Here I was doing a 10,000 mile review in 4 months, mind you. The Model 3 has no automatic doors like the Model X, so definitely a downside, and they don't add those to the new versions. But autopilot here has been amazing. We have vision only, and you have to sign a bunch of waivers and stuff that says that you're aware they don't have radar. But the cameras or whatever, it drives just fine, and I have not experienced any phantom braking in 10,000 miles, just a little bit. But it's very, very, very minor. And chargings, this is also nice that you can limit your amperage easy, set your limit, and even scheduled charging. This is what a supercharging session's cost might look like, maybe up to about $20 really. Here in Michigan. California, it's a bit more expensive, but pretty nice. This is a control, even the glove box. There's no physical latch on it, but I like that you can put valuables in it and keep them safe from any thieves if you're going on a hike or something and want to put your wallet in there. This has been Battery Blade with the Tesla Model 3 2023 before the refresh. Now, I think that if you really like cooled seats, like if you live in Arizona, maybe you should wait. Or if you really like the interior lighting in the new one, maybe wait. Or the third and final reason to wait is if you really like the new styling of the new one, which I like, but it's not worth waiting if there's such a good deal right now. You can afford it and you're okay with getting it now. It's $38,000, cheapest they've ever made the Model 3. It's a really good price right now, and I think it's a bargain compared to any other brand new gas car on the market. It's way cheaper to drive. It's only like 4 cents per mile compared to F-150 16 cents. This car is very nice for the dollar, and I don't know any other base model cars that have the vegan leather interior and the nice 16-inch screen or 12-inch screen, whatever it is. It's pretty big, and you can watch YouTube in it and subscribe to Battery Blade. It's a very nice car for the money, so that's why I think you should get this 2023 version and use my referral code. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.